people, it is 6 o'clock in the morning here in the United Kingdom. I have just finished watching the live stream of the previews, and I've been at work all night, so I'm having a coffee. And let's talk about the Emperor's Children. So yes, Games Workshop revealed the Emperor's Children today, and oh my god, they are amazing. I'm trying to keep my voice down because obviously everybody else in the house is still asleep, so I don't want to wake everybody up. But yes, we have finally got the Emperor's Children, and along with a few other articles, there is roadmaps, which is pretty impressive. But we've got them in all of their amazing glory. Now, one of the things that I will point out about this is that they did confirm that Slaanesh demons are in this codex. So it's very much a demon kin-esque codex. You're going to have Slaanesh in all of its glory, Emperor's Children, and the demons in this book, which is very interesting. I'm expecting that the Death Guard, Thousand Sons, and World Eaters that are coming very, very soon, and they did show this with the roadmap. I'll be doing another video on all of the 40k stuff separately, because there's a couple of other things that they kind of shown, and talking about the roadmap in that video. So if you haven't yet seen that video, you know, feel free to slope around the channel and you'll see them. But yes, as you can see in the photo, there are demons and there are other units in there. Now, there are some things that we were expecting to see that I was told were coming, but obviously there isn't. But that's kind of cool. We got some really interesting stuff either way. Obviously, the big thing straight away is Fulgrim is getting his own novel, The Perfect Son. I will be getting that and having a good read of it. Because there's some quite interesting lore to be had, and it'd be quite interesting to see what Fulgrim has been up to for the last 10,000 years, since the Siege of Terra, or at least since slitting Guilliman's throat. But yeah, this army is insane. These models are mental. Obviously, first things first, let's just talk about the man of the hour, Lucius the Eternal. A plastic kit of Lucius. Now, the other one that we had back in the day that was metal and then turned into fine cast and whatever resin is now was okay, but it was a bit meh. This miniature definitely encapsulates everything that Slaanesh and Lucius the Eternal is. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to get my hands on these and paint them. Like, the level of stuff on him, the detail on him is just absolute perfection. It's just beautiful, like absolutely gorgeous. Such an amazing miniature. So obviously Lucius Eternal can't be everywhere at once. However, many Emperor's Children warbands are instead led by one of the Corpus Lords. So there is a generic Lord as well, and Lucius the Eternal. Now apparently, when they were talking a little bit how he plays on the tabletop, they did mention that he can join units, but he isn't as good as if he's a lone op. So if you run him as a lone operative, he's a lot better. And apparently if you get anywhere near another character, he will absolutely decimate them. Yay, like, absolutely, I'm down for that. So what we've got is, we've got a couple of the new Lord of Excess. This is basically your generic Lord. In the army box you get one of these, and there's a multiple of options for this, which is pretty damn cool. And this is basically your Emperor's Children Lord on foot, essentially. And the paintwork on this, I really love how they've done the armor. I will be definitely asking questions, and it's just beautiful, because you've obviously, if you look at the miniature, especially if you look at some of the others, you can see like a clear difference between the armor plate and then this leather, which is kind of how we look at that leg. It's got more of a bluey tint to it, which is, I assumed, meant to be the black leather, which is kind of nice. So you got this guy, or this build. You have this build, which is kind of nice, and then you have this build, which is kind of nice as well. Really, really impressive model. I really like it. It's it's like Chaos Space Marines ramped up to 12. It's just seriously messed up, but so good. Obviously, this guy is the Lords of Knophenist. Is basically he's the hero that, or the HQ that joins the Noise Marines, and he gives them sustain hits, which is mental. And he just has a giant organ on his back. Now this miniature screams, absolutely screams 1980s, early 90s, second edition 40k. It just screams like old school 40k. And I think this is probably one of the miniatures that's really pulled me in to this faction now, to really start them. Like, this army is going to be a painter's wet dream. They're just insanely good. Really, really impressive. Obviously, we have the Noise Marines. How could we not have the Noise Marines? They come in a box of 6, and they're basically the size of Chaos Space Marine Havocs. So they're on the big 40mm bases, and they're essentially armed with sonic blast barrels. So the Noise Marines are masters of lethal application of sound. Their armor and weapons are indicative, woven into ornamental and dark sigils of Slanesh. Just check out these demonic faces on their sonic blasters barrels, with the options for a pair of heavy blastmaster cannons and a screamer pistol for the unit leader. Yeah, they're so good. Like, holy shit, they are so damn good. And that's not all. There's more. So we get a little bit of close up of some of the weapons. They have absolutely nailed this army. Like, absolutely nailed. I would love to know who actually sculpted these, and I really hope, like, that, you know, that Games Workshop allows the artists, if you follow a lot of them on Instagram and stuff, and they come out with, I was a part of the team that did this. I really can't wait to literally just type in, you guys are amazing, because for a long time, Age of Sigmar have been the sort of the game system with the better looking miniatures, and 40k is kind of sort of not been as good as 40k, but I think that time is definitely changing, because these things are mental. Like, they're so damn good. I cannot wait to get them. Now, obviously, this little beast here is really, really, really makes me excited. These champions of the Legion, who give themselves over fully to the thrills of combat, become flawless blades, a dark mirror of the elite Palatine blades from the Great Crusade. It's really nice that they've got like a little nod back to some of the Heresy era units from the Horus Heresy, and the Palatine blades are the elite of the Emperor's Children. They are the elite swordsmen, the elite combat unit of the Legion had, and it's really nice to see that they have made it into the 41st millennium, but they are a little bit messed up. Like, they're nice. Like, they're a 3-man unit, and apparently they are absolutely bonkers in the game. They're basically sort of like Slanesh 8-bound, but there's only 3 of them. In the combat patrol box, you're going to get a unit of 6 of these in the combat patrol box, which is pretty cool. I think they're amazing. The paint jobs on them are just crazy. I love this guy's head down here. I love this. This guy is just so cool. And there was a couple of other builds as well, and it kind of showed you in the video, which just looks so good. So they've got options, which is really kind of nice. But that's not all. We have a generic squad of Space Marines. Now, this was the one part about the rumours that I was a little bit skeptical on, because it didn't kind of make sense, because I was like, really, we're just going to get normal Marines? And I kind of initially thought that this is basically going to be like an upgrade kit, akin to the Night Lords, for the normal regular Space Marine, Chaos Space Marines, but it's an entire kit with 2 weapon loadouts. So you can have a shooty version or this close combat version. Now, these are amazing. I love the gimp mask. What really gets me about these is there is a crazy amount of nods to the 30k range. This silhouette of this body is basically one of the Mark 6 guys walking, that they've basically just taken and turned him into a Chaos Space Marine. And you kind of see that through a lot of the miniatures. There's a definite, you can see where they've taken the foundations from like to the 30k range to create these, which is amazing, which means maybe these will be compatible with the Heresy kits, which means if you're an Emperor's Children player for Horus Heresy, I'd be getting these and seeing if you can do some serious sick kit bashes with the Mark 4s, or at least the Mark 6s and the Mark 3s for now. More the Mark 6, I think, because if we look, voila, look at that. Look at this guy here. That is just a pure, gorgeous Mark 6 Slanesh Chaos Space Marine. Like, oh, this helmet here just screams the actual old kit. Yeah, like, they're so good. So good. Like, I love this. They are beautiful. Obviously, this is the sort of shooty version, so you can have like a bolt gun version, and and there's like 2 different units, which is kind of nice. Then we get the army box, which is really good. I have already sent my my local shop, which isn't even open yet, and probably isn't going to be open until at least another 4 hours, and told them that I am literally the first in line for this box. Right, if they only get 1 box, it's mine. I've literally got in first and said, I want this box. Give me the box. It's my box. I love the box. Chaos Space Marines. I've always had a soft spot for Chaos Space Marines, and I've always had a thing for Slanesh, especially the artwork. The artwork that's on the limited edition cover is absolute classic. Now, I played my most favourite, fondest time of playing Chaos Space Marines was during 4th edition, when the old 4th edition codex, and you had basically rules for all of the legions in the back of the book, and you had Emperor's Children, and the biggest piece of picture of artwork that you had was that lovely, brilliant picture of a Chaos Space Marine, a Slanesh Marine, was there front and centre. And you had the Khorne guy with the tongue coming out of his helmet, and the Thousand Son and the Death Guard, and it just looked amazing. And they finally, Death Guard were close to capturing how messed up Chaos Space Marines can be from that book, and they come very close with Death Guard. The Berserkers are nice, but I think they're a little bit bland for what they are. I think they needed to be a little bit more corny, a little bit more like that. If you ever have the option of, if you ever get the chance of getting your hands on the 4th edition Chaos Space Marine Codex, and you're a Chaos Space, you seriously need to get it. But I think with this army, they've nailed this artwork to perfection. It's like next level. I can't stress how good this is. So this box set, you basically get 2 of the units of the regular Marines, which can be close combat or shooty. You get 2 units of Noise Marines, and you get the Lord on foot, which is just mental. Chaos Terminators, Chaos Terminators, Hell Brutes, and other stuff like that. They've basically said will be in the codex as well, which is really nice. But obviously, you get the regular, codex, and that's it. Like I am completely and utterly bowled over by this. This army, pink is the beautiful next colour. This army is, like I am all in. I am all in, baby, all in. This army is going to be this year's passion project. I am going to spend hours painting these miniatures, just to have so much fun with them. There is so much you can do. I can't wait, really cannot wait to do that pink. In fact, I'm probably going to be getting a box of Chaos Terminators very, very soon to start painting them pink. So expect a tutorial coming to the channel soon, and I'm going to get on it. I'm going to start already working out how I'm going to do that and getting that black and everything else. I think it's really, really good. There are some really cool tutorials out there already. If you check out Juan Geraldo Miniatures, he has an absolute beautiful one of actually doing it with contrast paint and having the skin, the sort of pinky parts in like a skin all stitched. It's absolutely bonkers. You should definitely check it out. But that's the video. I could probably go on and on and on about this army, but I have like many more videos to make, because the LVO previews are definitely way better than they have been for a long time. They have definitely, from the last one that we had, the last preview we had before Christmas, I believe, they've definitely upped the ante, and it's been pretty impressive. So that's the video, everybody. Please like, subscribe, share, do all of that good stuff. And yeah, it's like there's going to be a lot of videos coming up over the course of the day, talking and showing everything else, because there's a lot. So, you know, definitely hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you don't miss out on any other videos. And let me know in the comments if you're in it for the Empress Children, because, you know, this is just mental. Absolutely mental. Yeah, absolutely nuts.